What's up? It's your boy Carcino here, and let's talk about it. Should comedians be exempt from, what do we say, politically correct society? And I just brought this up one too long ago that comedians are more subject to abuse than anybody. Like all this Me Too movement, comedians suffer the worst. You have comedians now that are out there that are afraid to tell jokes. They don't know. You know how many rewrites, restructurings a comedian has to go through. And then latest incident they talked about, and that was about what had happened with not Takashi, but Extension. You know, when you see incidents like that, you know, the situation was tragic, but what they were trying to do was make a joke around the tragedy. That's what comedians do. Comedians find the humor in any situation. They try to bring levity to the situation. So it wasn't a super insensitive joke about him. It was just done in another way. She actually mentions in the joke, because it was rewritten, that, you know, it was sad that he passed and everything the way he did. But the comedian, Gina, was saying, you know, he had like $50,000 in cash on him, you know, and the guys robbed him and took the $50,000 in cash. And the whole time, you know, like she was saying, Venmo could have made a commercial based off this, like, get Venmo, you know, because she's like, the whole time I'm seeing this, I'm thinking, I don't have Venmo. I think I should probably get Venmo. You know, that's what she was trying to say in the joke. But there's been other instances where people have made jokes and people take the comedy and put that in their own, you know, this new politically correct society now where, how dare they say that? Comedians don't really care about anything about making their audience laugh. They're not taking this home with them. You know, like, oh, this is a bit. You know, this is a performance. So that's all they're doing. But now they're put in a box to where this affects all future revenue, all future everything with them. You know, Louis C. What's his name? Louis C.K. Oh, they were talking about he was the greatest comedian ever. He's the greatest comedian in the last 10 years. His stand-up was one of the best stand-ups I've ever heard in my life. He had multi-million dollar deals on the table, a Netflix deal. Now, that dude is probably working out of a hovel because of all the Me Too and everything else came out. He was an animal. He did this. He's disgusting. He did this 16 years ago. And the women, oh, he's a bad guy. Now he's gone. Like basically put in the obscurity until all this stuff dies down. You know, and it's I feel like you do damage to the system that what was it intended for, which was a good purpose, it could be used to create what we have now. Things are just blown out of proportion, and people are doing whatever they can to try to disrupt and get some attention put on them. And it's a sad society right now that we're living in. Sad, very sad. And I feel bad for the people that are growing up in today's society with the internet and everything else. It's like terrifying. Oh my gosh, you guys have no idea. You guys can't really just go outside and play with other kids. It's nerve wracking. Like if your kid hits another kid, here comes a lawsuit. You know, it's like, what? They're playing. But he hit my kid upside the head with that little thing. That's what kids do. He's not hurt. He's going to walk it off. He's going to be okay. They're going to be right back playing again. This is what kids do. Let kids be kids. So everybody's so hypersensitive about everything that most of them don't even really care about. So I'm like, you're so hypersensitive about this. Do you really care about it? No, right? That's what I thought. So a comedian, for instance, they have no escape right now. They have no out clause. They have no way to protect them. They're just starting out, hopefully, to get a break and hopefully get attention for something good. And before they could even blow up or anybody could notice their greatness, they're in social media trending, not because the joke was great, because everybody hates it or have taken the joke out of context, and now this is what the joke means. And I just think it's wrong. And this is why people don't want to do stand-ups no more. This is why Eddie Murphy has not come back. This is why Dave Chappelle has, basically retooled his whole comedy. Make sure they got somebody to make sure the jokes is good or what he talks about is okay. Certain jokes he won't even tell. You have other comedians who are afraid to come back and do the things that they love because everyone's super sensitive. Chris Rock tried to do a stand-up that was just in a regular, just retooling, keeping sharp, and it was picked apart, over some jokes that he said. And he's somebody who always walked the line with his comedy anyway. And what it leads to is a very unfunny show. Okay? It leads to a very unfunny show. And when you have a very unfunny show, nobody cares. Nobody cares to see you again. They just know you weren't funny. And now that you weren't funny, guess what? Everybody else believes it. Now that everybody believes that you weren't funny, you know what they're going to say? Maybe he ain't funny. And it's society that is putting people in a box and feeding you fear by the spoon. Here, take another bite. Yeah, there you go. There you go. Eat up this fear. And as long as you keep eating fear, this will be the results. So, good luck to you all and surviving these times because they are rough, man. Really rough. And do you understand anything that I was just saying? Or do you agree or have any comments? Let me know. You can leave me a personal message and by hitting the donate button in the description box, hit the Streamlab up. Leave me a message. I do check the messages, by the way. And definitely, if you guys are in the Streamlab, like my man Tony251 or Lyndon McCrae Media, I see you and appreciate you. Definitely leave me a message there. Or if you have, let's say, if you guys have Cash App, like if you have a Cash App thing, you could donate that way as well. I appreciate all the love and support. Thank you guys. My Cash App is Carcino, by the way, in case some guys are new and just got here. Many blessings, and thank you.